All right, hey everyone, and welcome back. So today I decided to hang out with you guys for a little bit out here while I was trying to hopefully save a few of these plants. So I noticed a problem. A lot of the seedlings were starting to die. Probably can't see, but if we move the camera closer, so like a couple of the seedlings in here. I mean, a couple of them did get trampled by a bird, so I mean that's probably why they're dead. But also, they don't seem to be doing quite all that well. I can actually grab the other box here. This is almost actually. Let me give me 1 second. Sorry. Never prepared every time I come on live. All right. So here's the problem is I think that they're not really growing all that well. I think they're probably getting stunted, and I think I kind of figured out why. I just said randomly I was going to start bottom watering this, and I just kind of so I flipped it over and I noticed that none of these cells have a drainage hole at the bottom. So I'm starting to think that maybe that all the soil has just been getting way too wet and kind of damaging the plants that way. And because there's just nowhere for the water to drain from, I had assumed because the other seed tray I have did have pre-made holes in the bottom of all these cells. So yeah, I assumed this one would have them too, but apparently not. So I want to take them out here and at least put them into into a couple of regular pots and see if we can maybe help these guys out a little bit better. So give me 1 second also. So I mean, just to kind of give you an example of where we're at, um, this was planted about 3 weeks ago, and like I said, they're all looking pretty small, not really growing too well. And then that's compared to, oh, let me move this out of the way real quick. Back over here for a minute. And then if we compare that to the tray that we planted just about under a week ago now, it was probably about 6 or 7 days, just about 6 days ago. I mean, this tray is doing a hell of a lot better. Everything's really growing really well, and I think that's because this one has proper drainage on it. So that's why I'm thinking that I should probably take these out of the cells on that one and just get them into larger pots to see if we can save them. We'll get that tray out of the way. Hey, LDG. Hey, John. How's it going? So I don't have enough of these right now, but I do have an order coming in today from Amazon. So we'll try and get as many as done as possible. We'll fill all of these up with some of the seedlings. And then if the order comes, it happens to arrive while we're streaming here, we'll just finish it off. But last time I checked, it's not supposed to be here till like sometime later on this evening. So I'll probably only get most of these out of here, but I think doing this will at least give them a better chance of survival, and they should do a lot better. And since we're just trying to get them to start growing up a little bit more, we can probably do like one or maybe even two per pot, since we're just kind of starting them in here and then before we put them into the ground. So let's see, let's grab this tray. We'll grab the most damaged one first. Oh, yeah. So problem number two, I didn't label any of this stuff, and they all look the same to me. So we're kind of just waiting for them to get a little bit bigger also to try and figure out exactly what everything is at this point, because I labeled the lid, but I flipped this thing around so many times, and the lid's blown off several times or in the wind. So I just lost track of which is I didn't mark like the front of the actual box, so I kind of lost track of which side was what. So we're just kind of waiting until everything starts growing a bit more and the plant develops, just so I can actually figure out exactly what plant it is. We don't. I do know. I at least know what was in this in these trays. It was hot. It was chili peppers, sweet peppers, eggplant, and tomatoes. Uh, But yeah, like I said, all the seedlings right now look pretty much the same to me. So I have no idea what is what right now. All right, so let's grab some dirt and we can get this going here. And you know what? Yeah. Just want to use at least one glove because I've got a pretty deep cut on my hand. I don't really feel like getting full of dirt today. Let's try to get these separated. Ugh, come on. We just ripped one. What the hell? Really? There we go. All right, damaged one, but that's okay. We'll still use it. All right, we're just gonna fill this guy up. Shit, got dirt all over my phone. I went and bought some mesh to actually start straining out some of this soil so we can just get like all the big like sticks and shit out of it. But I'm an idiot. I forgot to buy wood to build a frame around it. So we'll just do the best we can here. I'll just fill all these guys up first. Most of these things filled. Oh, come on. These are really huge. There we go. All right. So we need, how big are these rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So what I'm going to try to do is keep these kind of in order because I know that there are 3 rows wide for each different seed type. So I'll try to keep them at least organized and not mix them up any more than they already are. Maybe we'll actually be able to figure out. Otherwise, it's just going to be planting them in the ground later on and then just have it be a surprise for whenever whatever ends up growing. But once they get a little bit older, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to figure out exactly what they are. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of have the same problem with the other tray too because I didn't label that one either because I'm stupid. So next time, we'll definitely have to label these things so I don't lose track of what everything is. I know in the other tray it's basically all melon seeds. I just have no idea which melons are in which are in which containers now. So those will probably just plant in the ground, let them sprawl out, and figure it out once they start growing. All right, we'll get one more, and then since I'm running out of space, we'll at least get some of these repotted. Oh, that's right. We've got some. I was about to go buy some fertilizer, and then I realized I have my own organic fertilizer factories at the house here. So I collected a bunch of their poop. So we'll start using that as some fertilizer also. Got an extra pot here. Might as well fill it. All right. So let's see. Let's go with this first row. I mean, they're really dry, but I mean, the root system actually, it does look pretty normal, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, whoops. So make a hole here. Let's pull some of this out. We'll grab some of our organic fertilizer. can't see, but I've just been putting it in this bin here. So we've got a large amount of Cocoa Puffs. I have no idea. Oh shit! We just dropped a whole bunch on the ground. Wonderful. We'll pick it up in a minute. Actually, we'll grab some. Yeah, let's grab a handful off the ground though. I don't know. I have no idea how much I should put in here, but we'll just like do like 4 poops, 4 bunny rounds in the pot. So I know this soil has plant food in it already, but might as well try this out and see how it goes. And then we'll take our really dry seedling here. Hopefully this saves this guy. Otherwise, this one's dead. That one was really dry though. Wow. The other thing is I think the soil I used on that one was more peat moss. So I don't think it was really holding on to any moisture as well. And I think that's why they're not growing as well as they should. Right, we got the first one in their new little house. I think what we're going to do, since these are so big, we'll probably just start putting 2 in each one. That way we can save some of these pots. We don't have to use them all. So let's do that. Let's start doing that. What we're going to do is just do throw a couple of our bunny poos in there. And we'll grab, since this cell already has 2 plants in it, we'll just grab this one. Yeah, it's all just kind of falling apart. Let's do this. Let's I'm gonna water this real quick just so we can get it to stick together a little bit better. Yeah, screw it. I don't care if. All right, we need to get my hair out of the way. It's really annoying the shit out of me. It's super hot out today too. Holy cow! Pack this a little bit so we can easily get this out. There we go. That's better. It's not just falling apart. Well, it sort of is. All right. All right. We'll just do it like this, I guess. Bury this guy. Hopefully that worked out, but I'd like to, since so I had that one set of leaves, I kind of was hoping to pull them out as an entire plug, but it doesn't look like we tore the root system up, so it should be okay. probably try and pack this in kind of tight around them so they have some support and don't fall over. And hopefully they don't just die. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. That's probably good enough for now. Plant number 2. Try and compact this one down a little bit so we can hopefully get this one in just a. There we go. Oh man, it's so. All right, maybe I used a little too much water because now these things are just super wet. Yeah, and they're starting to actually, the roots were actually attaching to the bottom of the cell, so, and actually already starting to wrap around a little bit, so it's probably good we're getting it out of there. I'm not even going to separate these guys. Probably should, but well, let's do that. We'll separate them out. We forgot to add our fertilizer in. Now, I'll probably reuse this tray, but I'm going to have to poke a bunch of holes in the bottom of it so it actually has some drainage in it. Otherwise, I'm just going to have the same problem. Hey, bird. Alright, I think that's probably good enough for that one. Kind of try and keep these in order so we remember what the hell everything is. Same thing, we'll grab some of our bunny poo, throw that in the bottom. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised, and a lot of these actually did grow because the water on a lot of these isn't really getting much further than the very top. So it's kind of surprising they did actually grow as well as they did. Sure, leave these two together, and then once they start growing a little bit more, we'll probably just pull one of them out. Since I did technically plant more than I was going to need, just because I figured, just in case a bunch of them actually do die, we at least have a few that would be viable plants. Give them a little bit of room next to each other. Let's see, which one looks better? Oh. All right, that one was like attached to the. That one was attached to the bottom, but we might be able to save this one. We might be able to save both of them. We'll just throw them in, see if they die tomorrow. If they do, we'll just replant some more, I guess. If we can figure out what they are. I think this might be the chili pepper side, but I'm not sure. Just have one more in this row. Yeah, like all these kind of attach themselves to the tray at the bottom. They're kind of difficult to pull out without just pulling them right out of the soil. We could try and put in, because there's only one in this row, so let's try and get this one out. There we go. That one came out a little bit better. I think we're just gonna share this pot here. We don't need it. Let's just do this. I figure just probably just plant them like all the way down to the leaf pretty much, and then just kind of let them restart. And if they survive, they survive. All right, let's go on to another row. Probably these guys. So we had a lot of these actually survive. So what I'm going to do is just put the one plug in. And hopefully to give it the best chance, we're just going to take one of these guys and pull them out. These actually look pretty. The ones in this row, these rows look actually kind of healthy. Oh shit, we should probably not mix these up again. All right, so this all came from one side, one row. So let's move them onto the table back here. Actually, you know what, I'm here. Throw them on the ground out here so I can just put water in when we're done. Alright, that's one of the plants. I have no idea what it is. Let's just grab. What I'm gonna do is, since I'm gonna run out of pots before the new ones come in, I'm just gonna probably grab the healthiest looking ones and move those for now, and then I'll move the rest later. God damn. Let's see which ones look the best. Probably. Actually, these all don't look too bad. But it's getting to the point where we're not dropping to 40 degrees anymore overnight. So I'll probably start getting this, at least all the ones that are doing well. Probably getting all the ground planted stuff started on Monday. And hopefully everything goes well. We're just going to get rid of this guy. But the bed behind me is actually doing really well. The peas and the greens are up, and the beans are actually all growing now pretty quick. And then I thought the carrot row was going to be a complete failure, but that actually started poking out of the ground yesterday. So I probably ended up just burying that a little bit too deep. But the front row, which is supposed to be lettuce, is actually a complete failure. Nothing's come up yet. And I probably just buried the tape a little bit because the lettuce I planted was from seed tape, so I probably planted it too deep, and so I'm just gonna probably end up restarting that. So I bought some more. I ended up buying some more lettuce seeds. everything else except for this tray has been growing really well so far. About to get the first couple of strawberries on the strawberry plant already, which is a little surprising. So it's probably an early variety, the one plant, because the other plant hasn't started flowering yet. So I'm guessing maybe one's an early variety strawberry plant and one's a later variety one. The corn cups have grown really well, so I need to get those into the ground really soon. I think they're gonna end up outgrowing their cups pretty soon. But I spent all day yesterday getting a big giant area dug up for the in the ground stuff, and hopefully I can get that finished today, and then we'll start getting stuff in the ground on Monday. Let's go with this one. Come on. God damn it. We'll do one there. And we'll grab one of these, I guess. Do this as a double pot. I think until they start getting bigger, I can probably just leave them as doubles for now. Probably what I'm going to do in case some of these that we replanted start dying off. Maybe we'll have luck with some of the double ones since I didn't tear them apart. I think this is either going to be a sweet pepper plant or it's going to be the eggplant plant. I think the eggplant is in the other tray. Then I'll leave the rest of these in here tonight. I'll probably just poke holes in the bottom of the ones that are left behind because they're definitely not getting, the water is definitely not getting all the way to the bottom of these cells. I think that's why they weren't growing like they should. All right. So there's supposed to be 7 of these in each package. I thought I used 1 package for each one, but I'm gonna get 2 extra now. Shit, these are already mixed up. Oh well. We'll figure them out if they get bigger, and once they start growing, then we'll figure out what the hell they are, I guess. Shovel something. Alright, I'll probably just switch trays here and grab some of the other ones since I'm running out of these little pots. Thought my Amazon order was supposed to be here this morning, but got delayed. Come on, you bitch. Because I already wasn't growing quite enough. I did also grab some sunflower seeds, so we'll get those planted tomorrow too, probably this weekend. And then also some onion seeds. I also bought some of that. So I think now we're finally done buying stuff. And I think we're done adding things to our little mini farm here. Hey, Patrick. Just hopefully it all ends up growing, and this has not just been a waste of time. All right, the last couple of pots I have available. Let's grab the other tray. Put this guy back in here. Poke holes in the. We're done transplanting these. We'll poke holes in the ones that are left over. All right, John. Have a good day. All right. I feel like these are the tomato plants. So let's try and save a few of those. Even though the ones that I had were looking really sick for about a week after I replanted them put them in the main pots. But I ended up doing some emergency surgery on them, and they seem to be doing a lot better. The problem was that all of their stems were. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to make this easier getting this stuff out. There we go. That was much better. All right, let's do this one. Let me do one more of these guys, and we'll try a couple of other ones that are next to it, which is either going to be a sweet pepper or eggplant. Let's force a little bit of spacing on this one. Probably just end up pulling one of these out, but yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it now. Whatever these are, they actually look healthy enough to actually survive this, so we'll just get rid of the extra one. All right, we'll do one more of these, and then we'll try and get some of the other ones that, like I said, are either eggplant or sweet peppers. Let's see, which looks the most healthy out of these. I'll do this one. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how any of these are alive in those cells at this point because everything's just been dry and falling apart the second we try and pull them out. It's like no water at the bottom of that thing. That's probably why they stopped growing. Here, I thought that because they didn't have drainage, they just had too much water. And that's the whole point. That was the whole thing about moving them. So maybe I was wrong. Let's see. Let's go with this guy here. See if we can compact this a little bit. See if we can get it to come out as a plug. That one's better. All right, we got 2 pots available left. So this one. All right, last pot for now. And once the other ones get delivered, I'll probably just finish getting all these moved over. Now we'll just leave some of them in the tray. And I suppose we could just try. I could just try throwing some of the rest of them just right in the ground, see how that goes. But since they're so little still, I figured they would either just get eaten by birds or like destroyed by wind. Yeah, it's good that they survived in the dry cells, but I mean I feel like they should be way further along for being in there for 3 weeks. They sprouted really fast, but then they pretty much just got stunted and stopped growing altogether. All right, let's put this over here. Start putting a little water on top. Move the electrical cords. I don't electrocute myself while doing that. I know you can't see me, but sorry. All right. So at least we got some of these saved. Hopefully we can get the rest of them later on today. I mean, there's some other issues I have too. I'm gonna have to move the. Let me 1 sec. Let me clean this off a minute. I'm gonna end up. So, from the advice I've gotten on some of the videos I posted, I think that kind of the consensus is that 3 pepper plants per planter is a little too much. So what I'm gonna think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these out into this, probably separate planters. So because also these have been kind of just the same size for the last almost 4 weeks now, and I think they're pretty much stunted in their growth too. So I think what we'll do is end up moving these over, and then probably just use these planters for like the new lettuce patch. But I think some of it also in the beginning was a little bit of overwatering on my part. So hopefully, like this one, I feel like this one. No, you can't even see what I'm talking about. But this one is the smallest one, and they were almost all this size when they started. So I feel like this one shrank somehow. Yeah, I just need to fix that. But we'll probably move that. So I've got 2 of these planters. So I have 6. We've got 6 pepper plants and 2 planters. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to plant 3 of these in their own separate pot, and then 3 of them I'll just plant in the ground and see which 3 actually end up doing better, I guess. They keep chopping. Most pepper plants take a long time. Really start going, but they will eventually grow like weeds once they are comfortable. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these, so I feel like they got a little bit. I think they kind of started at about. They were all pretty much this size when I got them, and this one's doing a little bit better. But I think these are like really close to the edge, so there's always kind of a shadow on the from the sun from here, from just the edges of the box. So I think that's what's making these 2 not really grow much. And so yeah, I just don't want these things to be overcrowded and to end up dying. So that's why I figure probably the best thing to do would be just do 3 separate pots, and then like I said, I'll do three in pots and then 3 in the ground and see which ones do better. And then just reuse those planter things for like lettuce and more of the herb garden stuff. I guess we could go for a walk real quick and just check everything else out. Oh my god! Give me 1 second. Sorry, I thought my nemesis squirrel was over there digging in the damn plant again. Yeah, nice boxes for salad and herbs. Yeah, I was kind of thinking against planting that and the pepper plants in there in the first place, but then figure what the hell, might as well give it a shot. It didn't seem to work out too well. We'll have to make some changes. The other thing is, I just had to figure out. I think all this stuff is probably much ready to go on the ground. This we could that's the microphone. This will probably get transplanted to later on today into the ground. Honestly, I'm assuming this is our bean plant. Like I said, I forgot to. I really need to label this stuff next time because I have no idea. So yeah, this should be all of our melon plants or our pumpkin plants, one of the 2. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure what this is, and I don't really know what this row is either yet. Until I'll probably not be able to figure that out until they get bigger. But even if the 1 seedlings we transplanted to try and save don't actually survive, we do have this row here, which is a bunch of just this is we're backup green pepper plants, and this was a backup tomato plant one, just in case I end up killing everything. And I still am not sure what this is either. Not entirely sure, but yeah. So this box has been actually doing really good though. Like I said, this was only planted about 6 days ago now, and It's compared to the other one that's been planted for 3 weeks. This one's doing about 1,000 times better. All right, let's before we end things, I guess we can probably just switch cameras here. I guess we can go for a walk through the yard, and I can show you where the rest of the stuff we've got going on. So give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pull myself out of this. Actually, hold on. Let me pull this up first, and then. All right, I'm gonna pull myself out of the studio for a minute so we don't echo. Okay. Wow. What the heck? Sorry, guys. I'm such an idiot. I don't even want to tell you what I just did. Oh my god. All right. So that's actually why. Sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I just totally screwed up here. So I was switching out my cameras to the phone, and I think I went to. I didn't even look at the timer, and it does say ended now that I look at it, but it threw me into a different room, into one of the older ones. So I literally just took you guys through the entire backyard, and yeah, I wasn't in the studio the entire time because I'm an idiot. Wow. Um, Fuck it, let's just do it again. All right, let's enter the correct studio this time. Oh my god, what an idiot. Okay, enter. Now we've got that camera set up. Now we can uh, turn the camera back on. All right, sorry about that. Let's do this again, shall we? This is all the stuff that we just replanted and repotted. Let's do that over there for right now. Pretty much mixed up already. I'm an idiot. This was the original bed that we planted about almost 4 weeks ago now. This front row, like I said, was supposed to be lettuce. None of it's coming through. This is all just weeds. So I think what happened was I planted the seed tape a little too deep. So I'll just probably just replant this entire row right here because it's just basically all weeds. Nothing's growing here. I thought row 2 was also going to be completely dead. That was the carrot row, but all of them actually started coming through yesterday or the day before. So I'm gonna have to go through and start thinning it out because we planted this like super dense. But yeah, at least that row wasn't a complete failure. Row 3 is our pea plants. Those came up super fast. And they're looking pretty good. I'm gonna replace this fence and do a different trellis around it, but for now I just have it left up. And then in the back is just a bunch of bean plants that actually there was only about like 4 or 5 that had sprouted yesterday, but the rest of them seems to have popped through, which is good. So that bed is looking pretty good. This is our other pepper plant thing. This was one of my herb boxes I planted. I think some of this is weeds, like this stuff right here. I think this is just a bunch of weeds, but we should have some stuff actually growing in this. But I guess we'll wait until it grows a little bit more to figure out if it is just weeds or actually part of the herb garden. And then over here, our blueberry bushes are starting to get kind of bushy. They're doing really good. Added some coffee grounds to the soil the other day, and seems to actually be helping them a little bit. They look a little bit even more bushier than they did yesterday or earlier in the week. Sorry, but this and this thing and the blue and the raspberry plant has been kind of a battle. We got a squirrel that keeps digging in these pots, and so this has already shot off a couple extra green shoots off the base here. This is the only one that's left. There were two other ones, but the squirrel got to him last night, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to figure out a better fencing system around this. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna leave them in pots or plant them in the ground. I might leave them in the pots for this year, and then next year throw them in the ground. All these were the cups that we did last year. I just have them on the sled for right now, so I can just kind of pull them around, keep them in the sunshine until they get down into their into the garden spot in the ground. But and it's also just easier to transport all of them at once instead of carrying it tray by tray. But most of these cups, these were done what about I want to say it was about a week ago, a little over a week ago maybe when last time we streamed. I ended up doing all these cups, and they're pretty much all sprouting at this point. A couple of them haven't yet. Problem is I didn't label any of. We labeled some of them. Uh, Basically, just like the front one in each row, I was labeling. Like this one's a tomato plant, but the problem is I moved these around so many times. So like when watering, uh, that they've gotten kind of mixed up. Basically, the only ones I'm 100% sure of are the ones that have, the one that has the label on it, and then obviously all these straight ones are all the corn cups that we planted. So they're all looking pretty good. Um, Not sure what this is, unfortunately. These were just the extra herb seeds I had, so this should be legit extra herbs. But I think, like, once again, this is just a bunch of weeds. And then this seed tray I thought was completely dead. Uh, I planted it about almost 4 weeks ago. This was the original extra pepper plants that I was getting started, and I was actually about to throw it away, and I noticed that they started poking through. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So after 4.5 weeks, these actually are starting to sprout, which is good to see. And we have our the two strawberry plants. This is the one that's not flowering yet. It does look like it's trying to reach out and spread itself. So I think I might actually put these in the ground. And the surprise will keep it fun. Exactly. That's what I've kind of figured is, but just plant them in the ground. And once the harvest time comes around, we'll figure it out at that point. And then, so like I was saying earlier, is I think that one might be an early variety and one might be a later variety one because this one already has flowers starting on this one. So there's already some strawberries starting to form on this plant, just not on that the other one yet. And then these were the original 6 tomato plants that were looking really sick for a while there. I thought they were going to die off. So I ended up doing some emergency surgery on them all, cutting off all the lower branches on them, and especially the ones that were actually touching the ground, and the ones that actually looked kind of diseased and dead. I trimmed all those off. The stem originally, about a week ago, was probably about as thin as this top one up here, but they're all looking a lot better now. They're not slumping over, and their main stems have about doubled in size. So I'm starting to think, cautiously optimistic, that they'll actually end up not dying. This guy needs a bigger pot, but for now, I guess he's probably fine. But yeah, all of them are looking pretty good. Um, After cutting out, doing some surgery on all of them, so hopefully they survive and actually produce. But they're a little bit smaller than I thought they would be after about 4 weeks now. And then the last thing, I guess, is just down here. This is just basically the dirt area I was preparing for all the in the ground stuff. Um, Full of so it's taking me about to just a small section. Yard clipping bags, just full of roots. So that was a lot of fun. And then this last spot is where I've got just a bunch of the cucumbers. Um, Actually, I wasn't really sure this was going to work down here because I didn't know how sunny it got, but it seems to be really sunny down here, so I'm thinking it's okay. And everything's actually starting to grow too, so I think it'll be fine. I'm going to get rid of this stupid trellis and actually build a new one too. I was saying, and then, down here is this last row is I had some extra beans. It was either, yeah, I think it's extra pea seeds actually. So I just threw a bunch down here. and they're actually starting to grow too a little bit. Oops, sorry, stupid camera. But yeah, I mean, everything's starting to do pretty well. Hopefully it continues that way and everything grows. We'll have a pretty good harvest. And this won't all have been just an enormous waste of time. But let's see, what else? Let me go back to the other camera. I'll be right back. Uh, Sorry about the feedback. But yeah, like I was also saying that kind of the whole plan for today was before my Amazon order got delayed was I was going to work on putting the new trellises together and from a bunch of garden stick things I had bought from Amazon, and then get most of the stuff repotted. But unfortunately, like I said, my Amazon order got delayed, so I have no idea when that's coming now. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. So yeah, I'll probably just be out here for the rest of the day trying to finish up getting that back area a little bit larger, and then start planning where everything's going to start going in the ground over there. I might get some of the stuff that's in the in some of these trays and some in some of those cups. I might actually get some of those planted in the ground either today or tomorrow. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Let me see if I can think of anything else here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out with me for a little while. Later on tonight, I don't know. Probably depends how long I'm out here and how tired I am later. Maybe we'll do a gaming stream later on tonight. Otherwise, probably won't have anything until tomorrow, maybe. Otherwise, I mean, if I don't end up streaming again until later on this weekend, I do plan on doing another full week update video on what's been going on out here. And then I might post a couple more shorts of stuff too while I'm working out here. So other than that, that's it for me for today. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.